Good evening again, all my little buddies. Well, last video I did talk about one thing I was going to talk about that was not a happy thought. And yes, we're on actually my beloved Borderlands series. I'm going to add two in for this one. Partly because I don't have anywhere else I'd be able to shoehorn the other one and the first one. I didn't have as much to talk about. Because I didn't play it very much. We're talking about Borderlands 1.5. They made a pre-sequel. And it was made by another company besides the original company. And it was not very good, in my opinion. um, Now, overall, it is the same basic setup. Shooting things, leveling up, skill trees, etc., etc. 4 main characters. I think there was some DLC characters. I'm not sure, honestly, because I didn't really care that much after I started playing it. Reason beings. Here's a few things that are really irked me and stopped me from actually wanting to keep enjoying it. First off, your hub city is really confusing to get around. It's actually pretty maze-like. I was having trouble figuring out where I was supposed to go just in my home zone. Um, there's a bunch of things about throwing a bunch of guns into a machine at once and destroying them, but maybe getting a better weapon out of it. I don't like the idea of, the risk and reward of that. And that did not return in any future games either, so you can see where that went. The characters, uh, they were forgettable. I had no love for any of them. Their skill trees weren't exciting. Their abilities weren't exciting. I had no real want to be any of them. Um, the environments were okay, other than the main base zone, except you had a lot of time up on the moon where there was no oxygen, and you had an oxygen meter to deal with while you were out trying to do things. And that really started to wreck it for me. I don't need a maintenance problem while I'm busy doing shooting. It added a lot of unfun to my process. So that was one major strike. Next, I was willing to play through it. I was willing to struggle through the parts I thought were dull till I was about half hour into the game, time-wise, and I got to an area where it was one of the Find Me quests, where you're looking around to find a little thing you gotta click on and pick up. These are fine, so we can find the things, and they stick out. I was stuck trying to find one of the last things, and I'd killed all the bad guys in the area, and then they all came back before I'd found the other thing several times. And it would be waves of bad guys. And they would be so much bullet spongy. And it just felt like I was unloading ammo after ammo just to be in the same area which I had already secured. Usually in these games, when you take out an area, the bad guys don't come back until you've left the area at least. You have to at least go somewhere else before the bad guys respawn. This one, it seemed like, oh, you just been here too long. More bad guys. And the fact they were bullet spongy, and like seriously bullet spongy, no matter what I was doing, sniper shots to the head, assault rifle all over the body, didn't matter. You're just losing ammo after ammo. It didn't feel fun. It didn't feel productive. Um, it's okay to have a couple guys, like a big one that shows up amongst all the other guys that may be a little bit stronger, like a brute or an adult skag or something, or like a elemental skag, or something that actually feels like, okay, kill all the little guys. There's a big guy in the group. Kill the big guy. You feel accomplished. You may take more shots, but it felt like you did something. This, it just felt like it was just guys that were the nobodies were all. It was like, keep going. Is it gone yet? And that's the point when I stopped playing, because it actually felt legitimately not fun at that point. The oxygen thing I could deal with. I could make it through that and just be like, all right, we'll accept this. But that is like the biggest unforgivable sin on a game like this, where it feels like you're just going on forever and getting no reward. Uh, This one again had a similar badass point system, but I never really got very far in it, so no bonus, hardly. And it had nothing that kept me going. I don't know how the game ends. I honestly don't, because I couldn't make it through without being angry at it, to the level of not wanting to play. Um, I was, I put it down. I put it back to playing 2 again. um, so definitely not recommend. The other one I'm going to talk about today, because I actually didn't own it, so I can't say too much about it, but I just want to mention it existed. They made a Telltale's game about Borderlands. I didn't buy it because I've seen people play these kinds of games. They're really... It feels like it's choose your own adventure game, except you don't usually have much of a choice. It's kind of like a visual novel that you're happening to be walking your way through at the same time. Those don't excite me, so I never got it. But it existed. Some people like that stuff, so if that's some of your jam, I'm not going to tell you don't buy that. I just don't get that, so I didn't get that. I think I got like the Back to the Future one when it was free or something. I started to play it after, and I'd seen someone play it on like a Let's Play or something on YouTube, but I it did not do anything for me. Those kind of things just kind of droning on for me. Uh, but those are some thoughts on the 2 Borderlands things I either don't like or don't have. Um, but if you like those ones, by all means, please keep enjoying. But that's this bunny's thoughts. Next, we'll talk about the most recent one. Don't worry, I'll do my best not to spoil anything important here, but let's just say I liked that one too. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you had any good opinions on either of these things, please feel free to put in the comments. I actually wouldn't mind hearing some that did like them, because, well, I I probably should pick up 1.5 again, actually try and finish it, but it was just, it didn't make me want to go. And I probably don't know the Telltale's game just because, yeah, it's not my gig. Uh, so, hope you all have a fluffy rest of your day. Patreon links in the description as usual, so if you're feeling up to it, it's there. And Daisy is going to wish you a lovely pink bunny rest of your day.